everybody feeling today?
Chilling, bro, chilling.
Blessed.
I'm feeling that, man. So we just gonna jump right into these Q&As, man. We ain't gonna waste no time. Again, before I start, thank you everybody that chime in and give us, questions for y'all to answer, you know what I'm saying? And if y'all ever want to get y'all name like shouted out here for y'all questions, let me know, because you can have your little 15 seconds of fame or something, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with putting somebody on, you feel me? But
yes, because some of y'all stories we need a name too. We need to know who was going through these things. At least I do.
And we need follow-ups from certain questions too, G.
Okay.
We definitely need follow-ups and see what the fuck is going on.
We definitely need follow-ups, man. Remember, y'all, we gotta get some follow-ups. I think I'm gonna start hitting those people back that had them questions. Be like, hey, G, like
what's going on? Yeah.
What's the update on that? Like, you good?
You know what I'm saying? You good? You still out here tweaking? Did we help you in any type?
He's still out here tweaking.
Did we help you in any type of form of fashion? What's going on?
For real,
bro. But let's get started with this. First question of the night. Is pretty privilege a thing?
Ooh. I feel like it is. In certain scenarios, I feel like it is. It depends on the situation, but I feel like it is.
Why explain why you say that?
I don't know. I get more opportunities when I do myself. Like I get more attention and like, not that I need attention or anything, but it's like I feel a difference when I do my makeup versus when I don't. Like, you didn't know me yesterday. What happened? Yeah. Like, I think it is.
I feel like people that look better, like people that do look good, like definitely get more opportunities. Just really because of how they look, like.
Bro, it's really a thing, G. It is. I'm sorry, but it is.
Like you just more prone to say yes to somebody that's attractive than to somebody that's like not, even though the person that's not could be more qualified for whatever. It's just like, damn, they just got that look. You just want them around you. So you just say, yeah.
Bro, like appearance is everything. I'm telling you. You know how they say, it's a saying in the kitchen, right? People eat with their eyes before they actually taste the food. It's all the presentation, right? So based off your appearance in certain situations, you know what I'm saying, doors may open, you know what I'm saying? If you dress top tier, tip to top, bro, from top to bottom, bro, somebody is going to notice and somebody is going to say something. Like it's bound to happen. How can you not? You standing out. That's just to me in certain scenarios. Not every scenario, but certain ones.
That's facts.
I agree with y'all. Pretty privilege is a thing, but just to like piggyback off of what Raina said, confidence is a thing too. Like everybody look good to somebody and everybody is ugly to somebody, you know what I'm saying? So it's really just the confidence that you bring to any situation. Because if you walk in like you that person, people can't help but to stop and notice. So
that's true. Very true.
That's not fair though.
Life ain't fair. Favor ain't fair, but it is what it is.
It is.
It is what it is. I just be mad if it's like me and like say like Michael B. Jordan applying for the same position, and then like I'm more qualified. Like I got all the qualifications for this specific job, and he ain't got shit, and they pick him just solely because of his looks. I'll be so mad. I'll be like,
but
you got to think too, what's the position? Is it office work? Because maybe not. Is it something in front of the camera? Then you got to think, okay, yeah, both of these people somewhat qualified, but what's going to get our ratings up? You know what I'm saying? Like it's other variables that play into people's decisions when it's like the pretty privilege.
What if it's
I don't know about that one.
Well, it's like
it is though. People benefit off of people looking good. Think
No,
about
that's
it.
true.
When
No,
you go
what
to
you
the strip
saying?
club, the bottle girls be the fine girls, and those be the ones that's on the flyer. You know what I'm saying? Like, people benefit, as they say, sex sells. So people are always, like you said, gonna go for the visual first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm not disagreeing to what you were saying, but I was just going back to what Juice was saying. Like, what if they pick Michael B. Jordan over me for the job? Well, you already lost because you put Michael B. Jordan up there. It's you, like, gee, you're not gonna win.
That's not fair though. That's not fair though, because Michael B. Jordan just got
just
fined the last
but
couple of years. His
just
old
think about
stuff
it. You just
was
said it. It's
regular
not fair,
schmegular.
but you already said it though. It's not fair, but they be like, all right, Jamal is qualified, but nigga, that's Michael B. Jordan. Like,
Yeah,
a celebrity person, the motherfucker who's actually going for it, bro. They gonna go for the celebrity. You can't tell me they not.
I'm saying if he was just regular Michael, not if he just Mike, like regular ass Mike.
Like how he is now and versus you may have a fighting chance. I ain't gonna lie, G. You may have a fighting chance. You may have real shit.
He kind of strong, bro.
It's about appearance as well.
He just
Kendra, I said he may have a fighting chance.
I mean, if you around, hey, look.
Kendra, like, I don't know about that one because I'm like,
Hey, look, hey, I'm not. This ain't nothing sus, bro. But it's like guys know when another guy like they got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, G. Like, it ain't nothing. Like, G, like you know, G. Like when another guy, you know it. Yeah, you got it.
So in the back of your head, you see somebody walk by, you like, God damn, that nigga handsome.
No.
That be you.
No, G. I'll be looking at some. I just be looking at some of these relationships, bro, and then I'll be like, you know, I know why. I can see why you chose him. Like,
bro, you got
That's real though, Juice, because people don't be admitting to the
people
fact
don't be admitting like,
hey, I can't get mad at you for that one, bro.
They just got it. They just got it.
you know, it ain't like I'm saying the nigga cute and this and that. I'm not giving descriptions. I'm just saying he got it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, at this point, I ain't no hater. Hey, if you got it, you got it. I ain't
got it. Hey, look, you got it. You know what I'm saying?
But Usher say, you got it, you got it. Hey, you got it.
You got it, bro.
You got it bad. I'm weak.
All right, let's go to this next question now. All right, I like this one. How do you know when somebody's playing games in the talking stage?
You have to read in between the lines. And that's so like, that goes with having experience, G, because like if you first talking off to somebody, like, and if it's just like you new to the new talking phase, and if you don't pick up on certain shit,
it's like just, what's the signs that somebody playing games in the talking stage? Like, what's some things that you notice that they start doing type?
Bro, it's common sense. You can feel when somebody is holding back from you, bro. You can feel when you texting them and they barely texting you. You got to be a full-blown idiot or a Nikki Parker type of chick to not realize when a guy don't want you when you just steady keep trying. Like, come on now. Or even vice versa. You can tell when somebody uninterested.
Yeah,
they hit you with the K, cool.
What if they hitting you with that? I'm a busy person.
If the tone of the conversation just switch up, like
you could tell tone right around. You could even tell effort. Even a extremely busy person, everybody know when you start talking to somebody that you really like, boy, you be picking up your phone so fast. You like, ooh, you get thirsty when you see their name come across your phone. Everybody done felt that type of feeling at least once in their life. So can't nobody act dumb like they don't know what it's like. So for somebody if they see your name come across their phone and they just look at it for a minute and get to doing something else, people like, oh, I forgot to text so and so back. Move on.
You just
your energy
not a priority.
in the wrong place.
Not no priority to them. Yeah, definitely look at them text messages. Look at how long it's taking them to text you back. If they always got an excuse for why they ain't text.
I mean, it's not even a fact on how long they text you back. Honestly, it's like Kendra said. It's just the way that they move and how the conversation and shit switches. Because honestly, even a busy motherfucker take a long time texting somebody back.
Yeah.
It's really
what's the span? What's like a span of texting? Like Is it like a certain hour? Like if he texting you like by the hours or
See,
she
when people
texting by
get
the
to doing
hours?
that, you're doing too much. Why are you sitting there clocking somebody's time? That's weird. If
Yeah,
you got
that's
time to be really clocking somebody's time, you're not doing anything. And that's a whole nother problem. Because go find you some business and make some money. That's
telling you,
now
bro.
you
It's
that's scary.
like
Okay.
it goes in the conversation, people actions, the way people talking. Like she said, like you be having full blown conversation with a motherfucker, but then you go from not talking to a motherfucker on a consistent level, and when y'all do talk or text, it's one word answers. Or you can hanging out with a motherfucker, you can just tell by their body language, like it's not giving off the same energy it was like how y'all first met each other.
Right.
Or even if you got a what you doing warrior, like them people that just text you all the time, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing. About to block you. That's what I'm about to be doing.
Yeah, that shit do get annoying.
So what should a guy say besides what you doing?
You could start off what you were doing, but it needs to be followed up with a plan. What you doing? Oh, nothing. Okay, cool. Get dressed. Let's hang out. Let's go to the park.
Some real shit. Cause I just texted this one shorty not that long ago, and she was on my mind. I just be honest. Honestly, I'm like, you know what? It's been a minute. I ain't heard from you in this minute. I hope everything is good with you. That simple.
Those texts be so cute. Yeah.
That's simple.
I don't feel like y'all be appreciating them texts like that.
Do they like the guy like that?
Exactly.
I feel like they get it so much from different guys.
But that's not necessarily the follow back. Like if it was worded just like how Matt said, not necessarily. Dudes don't be doing that all the time. They'll go ghosting in just what you doing. They way back into a conversation. Boy, if you don't.
On my soul, because I was really thinking about the shorty. So I'm like, gee, I have not heard from her in a minute. I'm just like, man, I hope everything's good in your life.
You might have got her back with that one. Reeled her right back in. Good job, Matt.
So would y'all say, are y'all more of a texter or like?
I suck at texting. I promise to God, because I know when I be texting, that shit be sounding dumb. Like I'm more of a face-to-face or the phone type of person. Cause like when I be so busy, so sometimes when I do read a text, I don't really fully read it and respond back the way that I should. It just sounds stupid when it come off. So then it just be like the text message. It's just I don't get a reply back sometimes. So yeah, I'm more of a talk like face-to-face person.
A lot of guys is like that though. Y'all just better in person.
I don't know. See, with me, I'm genuinely busy. Like Monday and Tuesdays are really like my days to relax. Other than that, from Wednesday all the way down to Sunday, I am genuinely busy. And I really like when I get into my zone, you know, when I'm at work and I locked in, I don't care about nobody calling. I don't care about text messages. I don't care about that. So if I do take a second out, I don't really fully pay attention to what the conversation say. I just I reply back fast as hell. I get back to what I'm doing. Not really fully realizing or understanding what the fuck I just said. But that's just me. I can't speak for any other dude.
Okay. So when you realizing, so say you texting somebody and you realizing that the connection is simmering down, do you address it or do you just play it cool and just move on?
Not in that moment. I play it cool and I move on. That'd be my fault sometimes, but it all depends on who I'm feeling. But honestly, I play it cool and just move on majority of the time, depending on the person.
It depends on if you actually see yourself dealing with this person long term. If it's just, y'all just kind of talking or y'all just F buddies or whatever, you can go either way with it. But if it's somebody you actually considering, then I would definitely take that time to communicate, because you got to think everybody got stuff going on in their life that they don't talk about. You know what I'm saying? So to be only thinking like, oh, they only got to work. I know they off on this day and they ain't called me. Okay, maybe somebody in hospital. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, they trying to transition to a new job. You know what I'm saying? People be having real life stuff going on. So you got to be able to communicate. Everybody say they want communication in their relationship, but then when it's time to communicate, nobody want to talk. So that's important.
Facts. Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
Yeah,
those facts right
real.
there.
That's real. I be hating. Because I'm big on communication. I just be hating when people just like want to be quiet and shit all the time. Like, tell me, just let me know. Like, hey, if you don't want to talk to me no more, just let it know. So I just, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not over here thinking, all right, so she probably just chilling today, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna bother her type shit. I'll hit her up tomorrow. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Just let me down hard. I don't want
I
to be
ain't gonna
let down
lie.
easy.
So you would want a girl to just be like, I do not like you no more. And you got you a new fashion page. You think you so cool now? Like if a girl really just went in like on all the good stuff you got going and just was like, it's over, you would be okay?
Hey, thank you. I
Cat.
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Nah, that's cap because she talk about
I
all the good
appreciate
shit that I
that.
got going on, and she like, I can't fuck with you.
Get all the stuff you happy about, because girls do got a way of hitting you where it hurts.
I kind of scratch my head like, you giving me all compliments? You want to fuck with me? That's kind of weird, but
that's what I'm saying. Like
that should have confused the fuck out of me. I'd be like, all right, bitch, you got some problems and some mental issues going on. If this is the reason why you can't fuck with me. But one thing I can say that I'm learning to work on, especially if it's somebody that I like and I take interest in, especially for dudes, you're gonna have to pursue that just a little bit harder. You're gonna have to go just a little bit harder. You're gonna have to like, it's cool when you show somebody attention, but when it's not being reciprocated or the energy is not being consistent, then it's like, all right, he not really feeling me like that. So that shit has to be consistent. And that's one thing I can honestly say, I'm not consistent like that. That's something I have to work on.
So
that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Because
so
honestly,
consistent with applying pressure, like
no, I'm really not. I'm really not, bro. Like even if I'm digging somebody and I can just see it, it's just weird how my head wired and like how I move, because I've been like on the solo tip for a minute, so I'm already stuck in my ways. So I'm trying to break that habit, but nah, bro. Definitely got to get on some heels. Like, yeah, I fucks with you. Like, got to get on some heels.
Yo, that's important though, for real. Like for all the guys, you got to think, like, as y'all already assume anyway, it's 100 girls trying to get at, 100 guys trying to get at,
trying to get at her
every day. And if you just keep hitting her with the regular stuff and you ain't really applying pressure,
geez,
you just gonna get put on the back burner. She'll be like, oh, okay, he ain't taking it serious. Or because you ain't the only person swiping up, you ain't the only person sliding in the DMs, you ain't the only person sending emojis.
Right.
So what is you doing? You know what I'm saying? If you really want this girl, you got to really apply some pressure. You got to think, okay, ain't she worth it? Ain't she worth you doing a little bit more for her?
That is so true, G. You're going to have to apply some pressure.
Like on the topic of taking somebody seriously, like I don't know, like, because we were talking about playing games, right? Like I think a lot of people, they come on too strong, or they talk about the wrong topics too soon. Like some people, they don't take you seriously. They just want to fuck. So, you know what I mean? Like they don't really take the time to get to know you and all this and that. And when you do talk about serious stuff, they don't give a fuck. They just like go straight back to that. Like, wait, how did we even get here? Because we was talking about something like that's real. And you just showed me like, oh, okay, never mind. I'm cool. I ain't just trying to fuck. You know what I mean? That's wasting my time.
They text you, they be like, how your day was?
What time are you hitting me up? Like, what time of the day are you hitting me up? Are you making time? Or are you hitting me up hella late at night? Like, you feel me?
Oh, that's a good point, Raina. Because if he only texting you at 2 a.m., it's not whatever
you thought it was. You know what time it is.
You know that.
It's demon time. No, I'm good.
Then motherfuckers get to talking shit like, man, I've been thinking about you all day. Like,
hell yeah.
2:30.
Start trying to sauce up. Ask you how you doing.
What is
like, what the mentions look like?
Y'all wait, low key, that's funny because that prep before you trying to have a sneaky link, you just asking questions you didn't even care about. So how was your day? What you do today? You good? You sleep good? When you coming over?
Right, when you coming over? What you got on?
They sum it, bro. I'm telling you, the sneaky links, they sum it all up in one big ass sentence. Hey, how you doing? That's good. That's great. Hope your day was well. You worked hard. I feel you. Come on. What time you sliding through? That's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's literally how it goes.
Setup. It's the setup.
That's funny as hell.
Oh God, it'd be 3 questions all in one little message. And then you on your way?
I see you in a little bit. Like literally.
See you in a little bit. Hell yeah. You want me to get some
Take
food?
me when you outside.
Hell yeah.
Y'all are funny.
That's funny.
Let me find out y'all some pimps.
Nah, that life, I'm not even about that life. That's
not
too
for me.
fucking stressful.
That's not for me.
I'll be a gigolo before I'll be a pimp.
A gigolo.
I'll be a gigolo before I'll be a pimp.
Always on the go.
But
You travel.
hey, look, they paying for it. Look, we got a mutual understanding. She paying for it. I'm giving her the pipe and I'm gone. There is no nothing serious into it. She
So
just
you
paying
want
for
a
my
sugar
services.
mama?
I'm gone. What'd you say?
You want a sugar mama?
I would definitely take a sugar mama, G.
I ain't judging. I want a sugar
This man
daddy.
said he'll travel. Basically,
What? Let that girl say she can fix my credit and she gonna put $5,000 in my pocket. I'm on my way, babe. I'm outside.
Sugar mama's always be in real estate. That's funny. Or credit repair. I am weak.
Man, Matt,
Rainy,
be
you want a
traveling
sugar
like a
daddy?
motherfucker.
Besides give you money. And then all he want to do is see your feet. Tell me what I gotta do. That's all.
Do y'all know? Okay, this is really wild, but I found this out on TikTok. There is a website where girls sell their panties, but not new panties. They have to be worn panties.
I'm not surprised. I am not fucking surprised.
I don't know how I ended up on that side of TikTok, but it scared me. I closed the whole app after that. I said, "Oh, y'all into some kinky stuff."
Gee, that's how I swear to God, because I thought Snapchat was a safe haven. No. Snapchat, Instagram, Lord have mercy.
A few years back, one of my
reckless.
homies, he like he know of this website where you like fat girls, they'll like pay you to spend time with them. Like you take them on dates, you spend time with them. You ain't gotta have sex with them. They just want your attention, and they'll pay you like $500 just to go, just to take them out.
Sad.
That is fucked up. Can I get the link to the website, please? That is very fucked up. But this is very profitable at the same time. What
very
is the
profitable,
website?
bro. You know what I'm saying? You get $500 for 2 hours.
What they want, best friends? Because at this point, hey girl.
On my soul.
And recently I found out that
professional cuddler position.
I was gonna say that.
Like LA. Yeah. People do professional cuddling.
Like you cuddle with somebody.
You know what?
What
Though, LA is a whole different market, G. Like it's a lot of shit going on in LA, G. I ain't even gonna lie. It's a lot of shit going on. Like they got the cuddling market, they got the escorts. Gee, they got everything for your pleasure for a fucking price. Like literally, like that's one thing I would not do that shit in Cali. Them motherfuckers take that shit to a whole nother level. Like when they say sex sells for real out there.
Trying to tell you.
So y'all dropping the links in the description box?
Yeah, you know, can I get that can I get that link to that website for the fat bitches, please?
Hey, I'm a hit him up and see if he still got that connection. I'm gonna see if he still got that connection, you know what I'm saying? Add a couple extra dollars in your pocket.
I would love to take one on a date. Just saying.
It should be a lot of sugar mamas in Texas.
Yeah.
What?
Because that's where the sugar daddies is. I'm thinking about moving, seeing what's good.
Oh yeah. Either or, if you do move, go to Houston. You're gonna come up so fucking fast. Within 2 or 3 months, especially knowing your hustling ass, you'll probably be in the bins by the end of the month. I'm like, damn,
a month.
I feel like that was a compliment, but at the same time,
I'm not.
I feel like people
was,
that watch the podcast be like, "What she be on?" Knowing her,
right.
So let me rephrase that for anybody that's watching. My homie stands on business, and she's a hustler business-wise. Now, anything else weird-wise, I don't know about, but I just know from a hustler standpoint and getting money business aspect, Kendra got it. That's why I said what I said.
OMG! Thank you so much.
Price going up, the hotter it get. Price going up. So
what's the next question, man?
All right, the next question. Me and my boyfriend been together for 8 months. I told him I love him and he didn't say it back. Should I be married? That's tough.
Oh my
That's
God.
tough. That's tough. Damn, that's tough.
That's not funny.
That's tough.
Gee,
I apologize, girl.
I'm so
sorry
sorry to whoever this is, but do we have to answer this one, G? This one is as
She
clear as day, and it's
need to
right on the
know.
wall.
She said, should she be worried? You know,
I am so sorry. I just laughed like that.
Oh my
This is sad.
God.
You know what? No, because we putting too much on it. Here's the thing. You can't expect somebody to just be in love when you're in love. Everybody has different phases of, in time that it takes for them to fall in love. Don't rush somebody. I would honestly prefer somebody to not tell me that they love me back and not really mean it compared to saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like saying it and not meaning it compared to just, you know what I mean? Like, I would rather them be honest and just be like, I'm not in love yet. Because I ain't gonna lie, I do that to people. If they tell me they love me and I don't love them back, I'm not about to say it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like, be honest. That's not to say that he's not in the process of falling in love, but he just ain't there yet. And that's okay. 8 months though, you said?
8 months. 8 months.
You know what though? I'm gonna say 8 months is kind of fair. It's somewhat fair. It is somewhat fair.
What, they only see each other once a month?
No, I don't know. I don't
Exactly.
know. I don't know.
Like, that's what I'm saying, G. Like, I have to know more about this.
But you be together with somebody for 8 months, and I mean, I don't know. Like Kendra said, it's everybody fall in love at a different point. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of yeah, depending on the person. 8 months to me seems kind of fast, but like I said, I don't know the situation. But
you think that seems fast?
In a way, I do.
That don't seem fast to me.
I think we need to clarify too. So, is it like have love for somebody or in love? Because that's
she's in love. She's in love.
She's in. If she told him that she love him, so it's got to be like in love.
Okay.
And she told him,
girl, don't say it first. What you think about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She said it first. So
first off, the girl, the women's supposed to say it first. Anyway,
he know that, bro. He know that now.
This the most toxic thing you didn't say tonight.
Women,
I didn't even catch that.
Fellas, let the women say they love you first. It'll take away a lot of hardship.
No,
it'll take away a lot of hardship.
Slip out your tongue. You clench your throat together and you don't let that you
let it out.
I love juice.
Let it out.
I love juice.
let it out. Don't say you them first. Don't say it. Don't say it first. Let women say it first. That way.
Okay, but if
you know what? And one thing I will say, not to be on no kitty or no petty ass shit, because motherfuckers grown. If you in love, then you in love. And there's nothing wrong with letting somebody know that you in love. There's not. Honestly, there's not. It's just the way how it's being love is being received nowadays in today's generation.
I mean, obviously it is because. What was you saying?
Or the way that love is perceived, because he said received, right? But perceived, because like, I don't know, like 8 months for me, I don't know if it's too fast, but at the same time, like, did you even get to really know them during this time? Because you know how, like, when you like somebody, how Kendra mentioned earlier, like, you'll kind of be on them. Not on them, like, as in, like, what are you doing every 10 seconds? But it's like, when they message you, you'll check your phone, pretty fast. You know what I mean? You'll reach out, even if they, you'll send them a meme, you know what I mean? Like, you'll actually make an effort. Like, are you trying a little too hard? Like, what's going on? You feel me? Because, I don't know, 8 months is pretty fast. I don't know.
I don't think 8 months
when
is
you
fast.
Really spend time with somebody like every day or very frequently, like you really start to like this person, and if you're doing the work, you're getting to know them. So I think it's possible to fall in love with somebody.
Like I said though, like I feel like 8 months is fair, but to me 8 months is still kind of fast for me to say that I love you. That's just personally for me. But to answer her question, and
y'all need a break, like for real. I don't know about that.
And I ain't gonna lie, just to answer that question, G, honestly, she said she told him that she loved him and he didn't say it back. It don't sound like he loves her the way that she loves him.
But maybe not yet though.
But that's the whole thing.
It's always like a specific moment where somebody realizes they in love with somebody, you know what I'm saying? And it comes at different points. So maybe he does really care about her, but just it hasn't been that. I don't know, maybe one day she be washing dishes and he just be like thinking like, dang, this, I could see this as like this wifey material right here. You know what? I think I love this girl. Maybe it'd be something random like that. You know what I mean? And he hasn't came to that point yet where he really thought about it. So that's not him saying that he just don't like this girl or don't love this girl. He just maybe hasn't come to the realization yet.
That's true, but at the same time, for her to say that, she would have to give more detail about the question. Because honestly, she just said, we've been dating for 8 months. I said I love him, and he didn't say it back. We really don't know much about the situation, so we spectating, putting much into it.
Yeah, we don't never really know enough details.
I'm just saying, I'm just going off what bro told me. And come on now, first reaction, we all did the same damn thing. Now, if it was a little bit more detailed, we probably would have been, but I like the fact that everybody is going into it from a different perspective, giving different perspective, because now it's making us break it down a little bit more. But I'm just answering the question how bro just said it. It just sounds like, to me, it don't seem like he loves her the way that she loves him.
That could be a possibility.
That question.
I feel like in a relationship, one person does like the other person more. Like in every relationship, one person just likes the other just a little bit more. Like they just know something, you know.
But that's kind of needed though. Well, I mean, in a little bit, not where it's like, you know, drastic, but that be the person that be like the glue. You know how it's always one person that apologize first or do a little bit more, give a little bit more effort.
It's the yin yang
somebody
effect.
Gotta do it.
It's the yin yang effect. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly what it is.
Or maybe he was just caught off guard, you know what I'm saying, with the moment, and he didn't really know what to say.
Didn't know what to say.
Like,
he still haven't said it.
He ain't. I mean, I guess not. She just sent the question.
I don't know. For 8 months.
8 months. That's the thing. It's 8 months though. Like, to me, when I look at 8 months, it's like you dating somebody. You going out with somebody for 8 months.
Dating somebody for 8 months is kind of a long time.
You seeing them probably. You seeing them probably 2 to 3 times a week, and you hanging with this person, talking to this person every day.
If we're dating, and I'm sorry, bro, but if we're dating and we've been talking for 8 months. Nigga, there's no 2 or 3 times. I'm damn near seeing you every day out of
damn near.
Right.
Damn near.
2 or 3 times after it was 2 or 3 times, y'all still at the talking dating stage. When you really in a relationship.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, G, because I see how you flipped your hair. You should talk your
I be needing to get it out.
Get it out, girl. Get it out.
Okay, y'all tell me if I'm wrong, because this is what how I perceive like how men take this in. But generally, don't y'all know relatively soon if the girl you're dealing with is somebody you can see yourself long term, even if it's not necessarily like on your mind, like, oh, I'm gonna marry this woman, but you could definitely be like, I could definitely see myself being with this girl. You know, I like this girl. Don't y'all know relatively soon? So if y'all know relatively soon, why would it take him 8 months if he with this girl practically every day to realize he in love?
Because he's scared to get let down. That's why.
Nah.
Being scared to get let down will get him left alone.
It is.
But at the same time, how can he get left down if they've been in a relationship for 8 months?
But the thing is, he probably been through that shit before. What girl told him that she loved him.
Bro, you can't sit here and say let down if y'all already in the stage and y'all in a relationship for 8 months. There's no such thing as fear being let down. It's only one or two things. He afraid of being in love, or he afraid of really fully committing. It's only one or two things. It's only one or two things.
Yeah, fully committing. Some people are scared to fully commit.
Some motherfuckers will be with a motherfucker and just be like, yeah, we talking, we cool, but will never fully commit to a motherfucker because they still want to do them.
Okay, y'all. So one of my guy friends said this to me the other day, and y'all tell me if this is true. He said that sometimes literally guys will cuff like a bad chick just so can't nobody else have her. They'll literally cuff her just so nobody else can have her. Now, when he said this shocked my mind because I was like, is this true? And it's got to be true because they be the same baddies that be in a relationship getting cheated on. You be like, how?
Kendra, this go back to what you were saying. You know how you said motherfuckers be like, they know that's a good ass woman. Some motherfuckers will literally get that girl, get a female pregnant because they know that.
They know that they're gonna take
And
care of the
that's
child.
and honestly, in my opinion, on some real shit, that's fucked up. So you know she a good person and you afraid of losing this person. So the only way you gonna keep her around is to give her a child and you don't want to be, then you don't want to step up and do the family thing, but you still want to be relevant in her life. How lame is that, G?
Oh yeah, that's lame.
That's lame as fuck. Like I don't respect no nigga that do that, G. That's lame as fuck and that's selfish. Because at this case, if you knew that she was good and you knew that, why you ain't get on her? That was your opportunity, that was your chance. But you blew that up because you wanted to do the little dumbass shit that you was doing. Nah, G, that's not respectable. That's not respectable.
Matt, you preaching. I about cried on that one. Hold on. Use my beauty blender.
So how many? So all right. So now I got a question. How many people have you let like slip away from you that was like good? That you was like, God damn it, I should have, but I ain't. You know.
Who you asking?
Everybody.
Honestly, when I look back at it, not a goddamn one. But I know there's, but I can tell you right now, there's one that I know for a fact. I know for a fact, it's a couple of them. And I know if I don't act on it sooner or later, I'm going to slip around and I'm going to be pissed. That I can, but all my previous relationships, fuck no. I ain't took an L yet. I mean, I took an L because we not together, but honestly, like, I'm not no hater. To all my exes, it ain't no hate. It's all love. I'm happy for them. They seem like they happy. They're in a comfortable place in life, but I'm not the one that took the loss. I don't feel like I took a loss. Honestly, if I come from a place with love and good intentions, and I'm a good person, and I'm a good guy, and I do right, I'm not going to say 100% I was always doing right in the relationship, because, you know, nobody's perfect. But, you know, majority of the time, I wasn't the fucked up person. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I would try to fight and keep the relationship, but it'll get to the point where I'm not just going to keep holding on to some shit and then it's not going nowhere. And now it's getting to a point where I'm looking vulnerable and goofy. Some point you gotta let it go. But to answer your question, none, honestly.
So it's no women that you like, damn, like I should have applied like more pressure.
Bro, if I'm being honest right now on some real shit, bro, past relationships, no, but looking forward, talking to some females, bro, on some real shit. Out of all the females I talk to, bro, it's probably about two, but one for guarantee for sure is one. And I know if I don't act on it soon, I'm gonna lose it.
Well, you better hop on that, my boy.
You better get to it, man.
It's only getting hotter by the day outside.
No, that's true, but at the same time, like, I ain't gonna make an excuse, but I'm working on it. I'm making moves. I'm making plans.
But you know what, honestly though, if you really say this is somebody you know what I'm saying, don't want to fumble, you might as well not pursue it till you really got time. Because if that's the case, you gonna, you know, put in all this effort to try to get her attention just to end up going send my ghost again, and then it's just be jacked up.
I feel like,
but again, that time that you taking,
but,
like.
I don't mean to cut you off, bro, but I believe in letting everything just happen naturally and organically. Yeah. You don't have, like, honestly, bro, some of the best relationships and some of the best friendships that you got in life, think about it. Anything that's great or anything that was just something positive or a good moment in your life, just in general, it was never forced. It was never forced. That shit just happened like in a natural, organic way. Never forced. I feel like the things in life that you force, sometimes it just goes different ways for some people, and sometimes it don't even go the way that you want it to go, versus some shit that just go naturally. It's just smooth sailing. It's just a natural flow. No problems, no bump in the roads, no hiccups, no nothing. Just smooth sailing.
But at the same time, that could make you end up as the friend, and then you seeing her getting married to another guy, and you just like, damn, like,
oh no, not with me. That was supposed to be. You are, but see, that's the whole thing though. You gotta know what it is from, like, when y'all talk. Like, is it on the friend stage or is it gonna be something serious? Like, y'all can't just be like, So it's okay. Like if you was friends with this female and y'all talked on a friend level, that's cool. And y'all been around each other and y'all ain't never tried no shit and it just never got to that point. And y'all just friends. That's a different story. But if you've been talking to this female constantly, y'all done seen, linked up, y'all done flirted a couple of times, make out, kiss with each other, it's a whole different story. You ain't gonna be the nigga that's going to her wedding knowing that y'all was on the damn near on the verge of fucking around with each other. You would know the difference between being friend zone and being potential, you know what I'm saying, potentially knowing if it's gonna go somewhere or not. It's two different levels to it.
Some people be playing so good though. They just
gotta read in between the lines, and that's what experience come through, because you gotta go through shit in life to understand it. At some point of our lives, everybody then got to the point where they got played or they feel like they got semi-played and told themselves never again.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was gonna say earlier, how Juice had mentioned, or Jamal had mentioned that it could be that he had past experiences where, you know what I mean, like it didn't really work out. Like some people bring their baggage or trauma to new relationships, or they don't necessarily know how to communicate or, you know, express their feelings because of the stuff that they went through, or they're too scared to let somebody else new in. You know what I mean? It's a whole process. So just to go back to what she had mentioned, the girl had asked or whatever, like he could just not know if he's in love, or he could just not know. You know what I mean? Like he could just not know. Simply that. Like he just doesn't know how to really be in a relationship.
That's true. That's very true. And that was some real ass shit that you said, because a lot of people do bring their baggage from past relationships into their new ones. And sometimes it'd be fucked up because they'll put you through a lot of shit just to see what they can get away with.
But even if somebody doesn't know how to be in a relationship, that doesn't that doesn't mean that they can't fall in love. If that makes sense.
For sure not.
You can fall in
right.
love. They'll be scared about the process, but it's
expressing your emotions. You know what I mean? And communicating your emotions just in general. You know what I mean? Being able to express how you feel when you feel. I'm not saying that you can't fall in love. You definitely could, but you probably won't say it because you're scared of getting hurt.
Right. Okay, I get what you're saying.
I feel like some people had, like basically what she said, some people have a hard time with expressing their feelings, but they can show you. You know what I'm saying? Like I was gonna say, like to the girl, pay attention to, do he show you that he love you? Is it in his actions that he love you?
He care about you? Do he show that he got your best?
Because I feel like
all types of shit.
I feel like I'm one of those people that have a trouble time expressing, like saying things that I feel, but I'll show you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll show you that I'm fucking with you. But then you come to me and you be like, so yeah, like how you feel about me, this and that. I'm like, I mean, shit, the proof is in the pudding. What's up?
Okay, quick little insert. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, Juice is the same man that said earlier, I'm big on communication. 30 minutes later, he's like, I got a problem expressing myself. So which one is it? This be the problem.
Ooh, she just put your ass on the hot seat, my boy.
Everything. Everybody say they want one thing. They want this ideal relationship, this ideal friendship. They think they want communication. They think they want to spend time with somebody all the time. They think they want all of these things, but when it comes down to it, really communicating these tough conversations nobody wants to have, these how do I really express my feelings? Oh, I'm scared how you gonna receive it, so I'm gonna shut down. Oh, you do this and this that I don't like, but I'm scared to tell you, so I'm just not gonna tell you, and I'm just gonna hold it in, and it becomes resentment. These are the things that happen in every friendship and every relationship that people say they don't want to happen, but let it happen. So I hate I had to call you out, but it's just, you're just one example of the thousands of people that's like that in the world. You say you want communication, you say you want somebody that's gonna communicate, you say you gonna communicate, then it's like, oh, but I have a problem in expressing myself. Well, so only the other person has to communicate?
I mean, no, it's just I'll be having trouble finding the right words. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I mean, it's not like I keep it real with somebody. You know what I'm saying? As far as like you talking to somebody else, like, or making them know like my moves and things like that. I always keep real communication like that. But when it comes to like talking about your emotions, your feelings, I don't know. It's like,
and that's communication.
It's a
wedge, that's the real
right
communication you need for a relationship. If you can't express how you feel with your partner, then what's the point of being with them? That
mean,
means you
I'm
genuinely
showing it
don't feel
though.
comfortable enough.
But
Talk your shit,
I'm
girl. Talk
showing
your
it though.
shit, girl.
Showing it, cause some of y'all show it through like I don't know.
I'm
Like,
showing
how
it.
do
I'm
you show
showing
Do
it
you?
through my commitment, through the things that I do for you. You know what I'm
She
saying?
on this motherfucker like
I-
sound like Mr. and Mrs. Miyagi right now. Okay,
No,
okay,
she turned up. Hey, no, I
She
ain't gonna lie.
turned the
She
fuck
turned
up.
up. I ain't gonna lie.
She just put you on the hot seat because
All
I'm
right,
gonna
but
ask
check
you
it out
something.
like this. Check it like this. What about the guys that just give you sweet nothings in your ear all day, but don't show it? Would you rather have a guy that talks sweet nothings in your ear, or would you have a guy that show it, but just have trouble expressing it with his words?
I'm not saying, listen, Juice, I'm not saying that what you experiencing is not real. Plenty of people are like that. But what I'm saying is, in order for relationships to genuinely be healthy, that's what has to stop. You can't have a double standard. You can't have one set of rules that you want people to follow in your life, but a different set of rules that you do in other people's lives. And that's all it boiled down to. Like, of course, everybody wants the person in their life that's saying one thing and then also doing that thing that they said. Nobody wants somebody that's just blowing hot smoke up their ass all day long. Like, nobody wants that. They want somebody that's actually showing their affection as well. But at the same time, if you only have somebody that's, okay, you can have somebody that's constantly doing stuff for you, but some people's love language is words of affirmation. So you could be doing all of these acts of service for them, but their love language is just you simply communicating with them. So therefore their void never gets filled. So in your mind, you're like, man, I'm doing everything for this girl. How she don't feel this love? It's not what stands out to her. So it never connects. That's all. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie,
So can I ask you a question? And before you answer, because I know I do this shit to Mark all the time, and Mark just blankly answers without really thinking about what he says.
Yeah.
So before you really answer this question with a confident answer, I really want you to think about it.
Okay.
Are you guys ready for a relationship now? And could you be able to express the same feelings from how we're talking about, or communicate with that person the same way that how we're talking about this one subject?
I would say the version of myself that I am now, I am.
Okay.
The person I was last year, no, because I didn't see certain things in certain ways. I didn't necessarily see all situations from the other side. And I think until you kind of can see how someone would receive how you're presenting things, you'll never really connect the dots, if that makes sense. I had to learn how I communicate and realize that the way I communicate and the way I'm thinking that somebody is receiving how I'm communicating is not always how they receive it.
Okay.
Perception is different for everybody. So the version I am now, yes.
Cool. Anybody else, or y'all cool?
I feel like yeah, I'm ready to have a relationship right now. But I do, you know what, after what Kendra said, my communication does need some work, something slight though. Something slight.
So basically you could be in a relationship, but you know that your flaws is you have to work on your communication. That's good.
Yeah.
At least you know where your flaws is at, where you have to work at it.
I mean,
what about you, Raina?
Yeah, go ahead, Raina.
Yeah, just because I don't know, like I'm a little bit more self-aware. Like what Kendra was mentioning, like the whole being aware of how you are, like how the things you're saying can be perceived, right? Or even how you're perceiving things, like not saying things that you shouldn't be, like I love you too soon, not rushing things, and learning from the past, like what did work, what didn't work. Like I feel like I've learned enough lessons to see the red flags, and you know what I mean? Just to be able to be in a spot where I can discern, you know what I mean? If I want to be with that person or not. And then I'm in a spot where I could be alone and I'm still chilling.
That's important.
That's cool.
Okay, growth. I'm proud of y'all. Okay, Matt, what's your answer?
No. And the only reason I'm saying no, and this may be a fucked up reason, but I'm too deep into my career to even thinking about a relationship. Like if it happens, my career and how I always work, because like I said, I put work before everything. So I'm all about getting my shit together first. And I don't feel like I should be in a relationship if I'm not really all the way together myself as a person. And I'm putting work as an excuse on why I can't fuck with you. Because that at my point, at some point, you're putting all your time into me, but I'm not even giving you a fraction of myself. And I'm always blaming it on work. I'm using that as an excuse not to fuck with you. So nah, I wouldn't even waste nobody's time. Couple, I say, but if it got to the point where it was serious, like if I'm depending on a person, I'll give it a shot for sure. But me right now, in the stage that I am right now, nah. Not right now, at least not for the summertime. Nah.
You just see focus on yourself right now. I get it.
Honestly, bro, you can't love nobody if you can't love somebody else if you don't love yourself first. And I don't love myself enough to even try to love somebody else the same way they should be. Where how I feel like they should be loved.
That's real. Hey, that was real. Hey,
that's deep, though, for real, man.
Statement.
That's very self-aware of you.
That is.
I work too much. I work too much. I love my career way too much, and I can't see myself slowing down for somebody. Like even when I tell y'all it's a female that I like, I just know me. So I'm just trying to do the best that I can. So
that's real, because I don't think people really talk about that enough. How sometimes you can meet, an amazing person, and they be whatever you feel like you want, but you're just not the person
I'm not
they
ready.
need. You know what I'm saying? They came into your life at the wrong time. You just not the version of yourself you should be for them, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
And I guess if we kind of tie that back into the last question we had, do you ever feel like, you fumbled the bag with somebody? That's very possible. You know what I'm saying? Because you can really meet somebody who's where you see yourself long term, but you're mentally not there yet, or maybe not financially in the place you want to be to deal with them yet. And so it could be a fumble, but a fumble is not always a bad thing. It can just, you know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily a no, but it could just be a wait or hold on. You know what I'm saying? So
never know. If you can keep them close throughout if y'all can continue to somehow to be friends and be close to a period of time, and y'all still on the same level how y'all met each other, and y'all come together as one.
Yeah, and even if it's not that person, I think it's definitely a lesson to be learned in it, because you'll have somebody that comes, if that was what was meant to be, you'll have somebody that comes back around that has some of those characteristics, and it'll feel familiar. And you'll be like, oh man, this is definitely what I was wanting, but now I'm in a place in my life where I'm ready for it. That's important. It's the growth for me. I'm really proud of everybody right now.
Yeah, I just work too much, and I put work before anything. So you know what I'm saying. And I just know me for a fact. Like, I'm not gonna say I don't love myself, but I'm not where I feel like where I need to be in a relationship, where in point in my life where I need to be focused on a relationship and focusing on somebody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll keep somebody close for sure. You know what I'm saying? If it get there, then it get there. I'm damn sure gonna try my hardest to make it work. But me actively going after somebody, I'm not gonna say actively going after somebody, but me trying to get into a relationship with somebody actively, and I'm saying all this and that, giving them broken promises, that shit ain't gonna happen.
So do you feel like your career is your identity? Like if you didn't have your career, what would you feel like?
It's not even the fact that I have my career. It's just the fact that I just don't want to be the stereotypical black man. I don't want to be the nigga that's on the couch living off women. You know what I'm saying? Think the world owns shit because a nigga think he real, this, that, and the third. I don't want to be stereotypical. I want to be a motherfucker that has a foundation, got something to stand on. It's not about a career. It's just, you know what I'm saying? If I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. You ain't got to question it. I got something to stand on. You know what I'm saying? It's never about a career. It's just making sure like that I'm good. Like I got a foundation. I got something to stand on. That's all.
Yeah. That's real. Okay.
Because last thing you want is, that's one thing I've learned throughout as I'm still getting older and as I'm still learning, but time is important. And one thing I will not do, it's two things I won't do. I won't play with nobody's mind and I won't waste nobody's time. Those are my two big things.
That was a bar.
That's it. That's all.
Okay.
Any more questions, or we finna go to a different segment?
No, we ain't no more questions after that. So we are hopping to this next segment. Let's talk about it. So what you I know, Matt, you had something you wanted to bring up earlier. What's up, man?
Bro, did y'all see that mass shooting that everybody's been talking about over the weekend that happened at a club? I think it happened in Indiana. I don't know where specifically. I think it was in Indiana, but it's a video going all around the net. Like the girl showing the video, the club, like everybody was just doing their thing. They, you know, you hear gunshots. Everybody cleared out. You see blood all over the floor. Everybody just panicking and shit. She walk outside the club. It's a motherfucker laid out in a pool full of blood. It's just crazy, bro. It's crazy to see how everything low key just getting out of hand.
Yo,
everything is like, if you've been noticing like these past couple of months, everything has just been getting out of fucking hand, G.
World coming to an end, man.
It's coming to something.
You know, how you gonna have a whole video of people getting killed? Like, who the fuck thinks to pull up their phone and record besides calling? Like, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
That's the dumbest shit in the world. Like, the most stupidest thing.
For fucking Snapchat, that shit don't make no sense.
But the real thing is, what is, like, for real, what's going on in people's minds now? Like, honestly, people are so on edge, like they immediately just like jump into violence. Like okay, even TV shows like Zeus or whatever, that whole network or little app or whatever, all those people do on there is fight, and people watch it to see fights. Then you got shootings just breaking out any and everywhere now.
Everywhere.
Like, it's really getting out of hand. The fact that they did that to that school with all them little kids, like, we killing kids, like, even no morals. I don't even know if people really still having morals, because they just doing any and everything. There's no code of ethic, nothing, just
nothing. And this shit has been consistent with the schools. Now it's getting to the point. Now they're putting up rules or safety protocols for what you should do if you have a mass shooter going into a fucking school. When we was in school, we ain't never experienced no shit like that.
Yeah,
never.
You never even had to worry about that.
Nowadays, my bad. Go ahead, Raina. My bad.
It's okay. They got like these bulletproof things that go inside kids' backpacks now too.
Oh wow!
I need to get one of them motherfuckers.
Like, but that it don't make no sense. Like, I should get to the point where
just everyday walking.
Okay.
Like, that don't make no sense, G. Like, that makes no sense. Like, these young kids that have to go to school fearing for their life. Like, school was supposed to be like a safe haven. That was neutral ground. That's not even neutral ground.
Bro,
like,
people just walking around with
going over the country.
Soulless, bro. For you to wake up and be like, I'm finna go kill some little kids. It's something, bro. It's something in them, G. It's something in them doing that shit.
Hatred is the only emotion that'll really drive somebody to do an act of insanity like that. Like, that's like pure hatred. Evil. Like, yeah.
And shit, let's not forget about that fucking grocery store shooting where the motherfucker he live streamed himself killing people. Bro,
but the part that messed me up the most is the live stream is literally full of people all over the world who equally share the same hate. So that just lets you know it's raising up a generation. It's not just one person, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole group. It's giving very much modern day Ku Klux Klan. And it's on the net. It's so accessible. That's the real life wildest part to me. And the fact that we're doing all of these things that's making it a norm. It shouldn't be a norm. Like, we need to crack down the law or something, because kids shouldn't even need to have a bulletproof backpack. What type of world are we living in? That should not have to be a thing. This is not a third world country where war is popping off right next door to our huts. We shouldn't have to live like that. So the fact that it's not cracking down enough, you know what I'm saying? Not just saying it's all white people, but in these most recent cases, these white people, the fact that this one white man literally shot up a church and then went and got Burger King, yo, what is that? What is that? They're not scared of the law because they know they have the law on their side, and that's the problem. But then you got people getting
guns and then not get shot at. That's crazy. How the fuck you have a whole semi-rifle and don't get shot at? Like, bro, what?
But think about it. If it was somebody, and again, this is not toward any of my white homies or my white friends, but if it was like an African American or Latino Mexican American, do you think they gonna even think about tell us to put our guns down, or are they gonna shoot first and ask questions later?
Yeah. The moment you have a gun in your hand, you're automatically a threat.
Texas, the Uvalde shooting, you know that the police stood outside for like, I don't know, I think it was like above 40 minutes without doing shit. Some of them even went inside to get their own kids. And
that's
then they were
ridiculous.
telling parents not to speak up about like how they were getting tased and stuff. Parents were getting tased, parents were getting detained because they were trying to go in. Doesn't make no fucking sense.
It be feeling like a setup.
I think it was valid how you mentioned that like things are just getting brushed over. You know what I mean? Like things are just getting brushed over. Like, oh, that's the new normal. Get your fucking bulletproof thing today. Like that's not normal. Like we were saying, like when I was going to school too, you never worried about getting shot.
None of that shit. But think about what you said though. But you get your bulletproof. Do you see how fucked up that is? This ain't shit but a money scheme. If you ask me, and now think about it, now motherfuckers is spending more money to make sure that their kids can go to school safely or they're well protected. It ain't nothing but money. And that's the fucked up about it. That's the fucked up thing about majority of this shit that goes on in this country. Money controls damn near everything. And I fucking hate how the fact that you would have to be focused on money to, you know what I'm saying? It's so fucked up that you have to get money to even live a certain type of way. It's fucked up that you have to have money to do certain type of things. Because if you don't have money like that, you don't have resources or access to certain things that people can have. And that's fucked up to me.
You know what though? Speaking of money, like where the fuck is our taxes going when it comes to school? Like how come we don't have some type of security?
Not ours.
There has been so many people.
My bad, Rain. I was agreeing with what you said. Don't stop, bro.
Please get into your bag. You get into your bag.
Well, yeah, because even too, like after that, like man, I had to be offline for like 3 days because that shit hit home. Like I have 2 little brothers. I don't want to think about their safety when they're going to school, but I did see a couple of valid points about like hiring veterans who are on the streets and shit, who could be in front of the schools and stuff, who know how to handle situations like that, who can de-escalate that shit quick. Ain't gonna have no second thoughts. You're done. You're done. You know what I mean? Shit. You thought you was gonna shoot? Nope. We got you. We got you.
That's a good idea. Who came up with that?
I don't know. I seen on Facebook.
That's smart though. Yeah.
They need
that's
something.
A really
man.
good idea.
They need something. Like it's gonna get to the point where they're gonna have to have metal detectors, security guards at every entrance of the building, just to make sure that you know the kids is getting in school and out of school safely. You know what I'm saying?
But at the same time too, like in movies, they do have all that shit. Like they over exaggerate stuff. You know what I mean? And they make it funny. They make it normal. Like we shouldn't have those things, but at the same time, maybe we should. You know, because those things would do a lot more good than harm.
Like on a serious note, even if you get beyond just like, you know, the mass shootings and stuff like that, school's been not safe. These kids are literally taking it amongst themselves to get vengeance for like bullies. Kids taking knives to school, little kids, you know what I'm saying? They're surrounded by so much violence and exposed to so much violence on a daily that they're literally thinking that this is how they solve their problems. Like it's so many issues that it's almost kind of like, where do you start? You know what I'm saying? You got kids growing up in an environment where all of their, you know, in most cases, all of they're seeing is violence on TV, violence online, You know what I'm saying? TikTok exposed them to everything. Their TikTok is not really censored like that. So they see anything could pop up in a timeline for that.
Yeah.
Then shoot, if you're living in a impoverished area, you seeing violence at home,
every day,
you know what I'm
damn
saying?
near
Down
every
the
day.
street. They're exposed to so much. So then you put them in a situation at school where, like y'all said, it's supposed to be the safe haven, and then a little kid sitting there get bullied. You know what I'm saying? You're only gonna get bullied for so long before you retaliate. And what used to be, okay, I'm about to fight them, is now, oh, I'm about to stab them, oh, I'm about to kill them. Like, it's not the same anymore. And I don't think that schools are thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? The way that kids process and internalize emotions now aren't the same as they were 20 years ago. They're exposed to a lot more than we were. So it's a lot going on, y'all.
It's a lot that go into it, for real.
I feel like they don't. I feel like it's not enough to prevent that. Like, when they go to talk to their guidance counselors, I feel like sometimes they don't take it serious. They go and they talk to their parents. Hey, I'm, having this thing at school. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to go back to school because I keep getting bullied, this and that. Then some parents, they don't know how to address that situation. They, it'll be all right. It'll get better. It's just, son, you go back to school. You go back to school the next day. Then they come home and they wonder why their kid hanging from the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Then they like, oh my God, why didn't he tell me that he was, I didn't know it was this bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that happens all the time. Like, kids be given warning signs on a daily basis. It's just about, are you going to listen to them? What you going to do about it? You know what I'm saying? Before
I agree.
they taking it to their own hands.
You're right.
That's very true. I agree 100%.
Suicide is running rapid. It's in young people. And even people, and that just go to show you, like, there's no, when they say money can't make you happy, that's real.
That's
because
super real.
Even celebrities, what was it, Miss USA or something like that, committed suicide, jumped from a building, tall building, sky tower.
Who's that?
Whatever it's called.
The actor Robin Williams, he killed himself. Like, what?
Yeah. And right, so you'll sit there and look at somebody's life from the outside looking in, thinking like, oh, if I had their life, it'd be so much better. They got money. That's all I need. I just need money. More money come more problems. And it's not to say, even if you was the richest person in the world, that you wouldn't have issues. You know what I'm saying? You still gonna have those problems. But it's just kind of like, it needs to be, like you said, it needs to be a better way for people to express themselves, because everybody's not going to reach out to try to get a counselor. A lot of people can't afford it, to be honest. And then especially you take your problems to your family members, well, they still got trauma they dealing with that they don't know how to express, and now they can't help you with yours. So it's like, where do these people go? Where do they find help? Where do they get answers?
And then on top of that, therapy is fucking expensive. So you
have
to pay.
People can't afford that.
That's the crazy part. You have to pay somebody to listen to you and help you with your problems.
Everything is monopolized, bro.
Is that you have to pay somebody to listen to you and help you out with your problems?
Nigga, we gotta pay for air.
Like,
you want to put air in your tires, nigga? That's $2 for air. Literally, air.
Turn it on.
Oh shit, man! I don't know how, through the grace of God, my electricity bill been paid off this month. So shit, I've been blasting air conditioning all fucking day. Listen, I got caught up on all my bills. My electricity paid, the rent paid, my cell phone bill paid. I'm cool. I'm bullshitting at this point. Yeah. But you're right though. Shit do cost, and that shit crazy.
Everything costs, man. Which is.
I was watching this one video on TikTok, and it was this lady basically just talking about systematic racism, but she was specifically talking about in Chicago. She broke it all down. The white lady.
Damn, yeah.
She broke it down by color codes from
the 60s to
schools.
now.
Yes, like she broke it all down, and I was like, the craziest part about the video is she broke so much down, and she just talking about Chicago. And Chicago is a little part of Illinois, you know what I'm saying? Not even the whole state. Then you gotta think you got the whole USA. Like, it's so much that go into it that it's like literally, like I said, like where do you start? Like it's just literally created for us not to succeed. So anybody that makes it, that's a minority, that makes it out of the struggle or makes it out of poverty or out of depression, like you got to pat yourself on the back and look at yourself like you a superstar, because you literally made it
And
through the odds, like you fought the odds.
I'm not even gonna say the streets of Chicago, just any dangerous hood in America, you defied all odds and something, and you made it out, and you on the other side living good. Please pat yourself on the back.
Even if you ain't in the hood, because you know what I'm saying, you could be very well middle class, and your middle class don't matter when you go into these predominantly Caucasian environments, because they assuming that you from the gutter butt country anyway. You know what I'm saying? And you could have grew up wealthy and perfectly fine and never struggled and never even been to a trap house and never been in the hood and never been on food stamps. You probably ain't never seen a food stamp, but they assuming you did. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? It come all the way down to skin color. Even if you're as fair as me and Raina, or darker or a little bit lighter, it doesn't matter. If they see you how they see you. You know what I'm saying? And they put us all in the same group regardless of knowing our history or not.
That's true.
I could be Asian with a tan. They don't know, but they thinking that I'm a nigga, and that's the problem.
That's facts.
No matter what you do, I be telling motherfuckers this shit every day. Again, this don't go for everybody. Not all my white friends, but predominantly for majorities of the white people. At the end of the day, you gonna always be a nigga in their eyes. I don't give a fuck what you say, how proper you do it, how you change, how the way you act, the way you move. Just based off your skin, you gonna always be a nigga to somebody.
Somebody
no,
out
that's
there.
sad. Like,
it's sad, but
kids, they just learn that generation after generation. I was just talking about this with somebody too. Like kids, they see what's acceptable. You know what I mean? They see what's like, I don't know. We were just talking about how like kids see what's acceptable, and then they try to push the limits every generation. You know how you mentioned food stamps and stuff? Like a lot of people are taught that that's the route to go. You know what I mean? Like people don't make it out the hood because they think, oh, if I have a couple kids, I can get food stamps and then I'll be good. That's not really it. And you don't.
Rainy, you on point right now.
Shit enough to be teaching your kids anything, anyways. You know.
I never forget. I was talking to my cousin, and he was telling me about it. I was telling him how I was looking around for some cribs out here. This was back in 2020 at the time. And he was just telling me, well, you know what you need to do? You need to get yourself on one of these Section 8 lists. And you know what I'm saying? They'll help you with housing and shit like that. And I was just thinking in the back of my mind, just go back to what you was just saying. Some people already been taught to depend on government aid in the government for certain shit like that. Versus when other people are taught to, if you know, this is where financial literacy gets breaking down into a certain aspect. You have some people that's taught to you depend on government aid for certain shit so they can help you out with shit. You have people that is to show you when you're in a position and you make a decent amount of money, and they'll show you how you should, like, they'll show you how money works and what you should put your money into and how to spend your money and invest your money properly. So going back to what I was saying, when my cousin was telling me that versus to what I was actually doing, it's just I didn't comprehend it because I was like, I'm not gonna act like I'm better than Section 8 because I definitely grew up off food stamps in Section 8 like a motherfucker, but I'm like, I'm not no welfare ass baby and I'm not no welfare ass nigga. Like, I done came a long way. I done figured out, I done jumped over the barrier. I had to make some decent ass money for myself. So it was just more about understanding financially and being more financially responsible. So I was like, I feel what you're saying. I didn't really cut them off, but I'm like, man, nah, fuck all that. I'm just gonna stick to this plan. Find me a crib, work these little 2 jobs, I'm gonna be all right. Versus when somebody, like you said, that all they know is governmental assistance. Nah, fuck that. I'm not depending on the government for anything. I'm gonna do it my damn self.
The reality is people think is using government assistance is somehow cracking the code. Like it's somehow cheating the government. And it's very that's the most wild thing that somebody could think. They really be like, yeah, I'm finna finesse the government, get these food stamps.
How the
Girl.
fuck are you finessing the government if the government is giving it to you?
They assisting you, my boy. I'll be hating when people have that mindset.
Motherfuckers treat unemployment in the welfare office like it's the national treasury.
And they be like, for real, like they be talking to you like, boy, your ass tweaking. You doing this, and that.
Oh me.
Like, gee, stop talking to me.
You
like
look at
they
this
just
nigga
ran
like,
some
nah.
numbers. That is so funny because it's only funny because it's true. Like everybody know at least one person is like, bro, I'm trying to put you on, bro.
I'm trying
These
to
food
put you
stamps,
on.
they give me like $1,000. Like, so I'm paying for those. Every
I
time
remember-
I fucking to work, I ain't paying for that.
I ain't gonna lie.
Like just that alone, like bringing kids in the world just to get food stamps, you know what I mean, and like not teaching them anything valuable. And then remember how we were saying too, like some of these kids, they don't know who to go to, and all they see is violence because some of these parents, they don't watch them, they don't care about them, they just had them to get more money.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You ain't lying.
That's true.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
People do that with people on disability too. Like I see that so often, and it's sickening. It is literally sickening.
Wait till I get my disability check.
Yeah, you know, they'll literally sit there and act like their child has special needs, even if they borderline just regular and just, you know, take a little bit longer to learn. No, you're slow. Then act slow so we can get this check. That is the sickest thing.
That's it.
You're not even giving this kid a fighting chance. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they just needed a minute, but they can get it together. They just want them to stay, you know what I'm saying, at that level when they can be more. That's sick.
That's why some parents out here don't need to be parents. They just never meant to be parents.
Well, it's a funny thing called life, bro. You can't control who you have a baby around. You can't. Well,
yeah, you can.
Niggas can control who they get pregnant, but they act like motherfuckers act like they can't pull out. That'd be niggas' problem. Motherfuckers act like they can't pull out. That'd be the problem.
Don't go.
Nah,
in
the
raw.
real problem is y'all not using protection. Y'all
That's what I'm saying.
nasty.
Don't go in raw. You know what I'm saying?
That's true too. But it
Matt
feels
ain't
so.
feel that. Matt ain't feel that at all.
Like,
Like,
Man, stop playing with me, man. Hold on. Stop fucking playing with me. Y'all
Matt was like, I
Don't
guess.
do it, man. Oh my god.
What you going to get evidence, Matt? Calm down.
Matt, you can keep them old rusty ass condoms in the back, bro.
And stop fucking playing with
Hey,
me. Do not play with me. We are fully protected over here. Do not fucking play with me. I'm sorry.
I didn't learn too much about you. Go put that box up.
I did. I'm sorry. Shouldn't have showed y'all that, but still. I'm a nigga, but I ain't that much of a nigga. I'm responsible now. Do not play with me. Oh, now nobody got nothing to say. Kendra got her hands all on her eyes. All I see is this suede ass do-rag and the light reflecting. And Raina get, nah, fuck all that. Do not play with me. Matt, stand on his shit. I stand on
I
my
ain't got
shit.
nothing else to say, King.
You already know. You see them big ass XL. I don't play. Matt, do not play.
I'm stressed. Next, y'all, please. Something else, somebody, please.
So we can go ahead and wrap up tonight's episode. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
y'all for tuning
For the
in.
ages.
thank everybody for tuning in. We
To all
yeah.
my fellow kings,
KAOTIC
stay safe
Conversation.
out here. Stay protected.
Oh,
And he gonna put it back in the
To
camera.
all my fellow kings, stay safe and stay protected.
Yeah.
now
Real
you might as
shit.
well go and put your Instagram name because at this point the girls want to know.
Stay safe, kings.